The deed has been made and you're out. Archangel Michael says, the moment they feared the most has arrived. The secret signatures have been exchanged behind your back. What was once yours has now been moved out of your name. It began with whispers and late-night meetings you were never told about. While you were focused on healing, someone close was plotting your displacement. And now, the deed has been finalized and you're being quietly removed. This is not a mistake. It is not an oversight. It is a plan that was designed with precision and dark intent. You trusted the wrong soul. They used your vulnerability to gain access. And now, they've replaced you without your permission. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The property, the position, the power you held, it was envied. While you were sharing smiles and moments, they were drafting you out of the picture. A legal shift has taken place, and your name was removed with ink as cold as betrayal. Documents were filed while you were unaware. A specific date was chosen to complete this move. It was symbolic, marking the end of your inclusion and the beginning of their control. Archangel Michael says, nothing stays hidden forever. Though you've been written out, you are not erased. The universe is circling back for justice. Comment, I believe, if you feel a strange shift lately. Because the moment you're reading this, a battle in the unseen has already begun. You're not alone, even if they tried to isolate you. Type Amen to get blessing 448. The people involved did not act alone. There are at least 3 who signed off on this silently. One of them is someone you would never suspect. There's a woman who smiled at you recently. She complimented you, acted warm, even fed you. But that same woman sat across a table and helped file the paperwork. What they've done is not just betrayal, it's spiritual robbery. Removing your presence from a space divinely destined for you is not a small offense. But what they forget is that what's built on deception never lasts. Don't panic. You will rise from this. You are not being thrown out, you are being repositioned. Type Amen to get blessing 576. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. There is a camera footage they tried to delete. In that footage, you are spoken about like a stranger. The plan was openly discussed, unaware it would someday be exposed. Someone is beginning to regret it now. Because after the deed was done, odd things started happening in their life. Disturbances, breakdowns, unexpected setbacks, they are the signs of divine justice entering. You may feel like you've lost something. But you're actually being pulled out of a battlefield disguised as comfort. This was not your home anymore, it was becoming your trap. Comment, restore what's mine, if you feel deep in your soul that something was taken. Because the heavens are recording your emotions right now. Type Amen to get blessing 917. You will begin to notice people avoiding your eyes. That's how guilt starts to bubble up. The ones who once talked loud will now grow silent around you. Archangel Michael says, someone was told in a dream not to do this to you. But they ignored the signs. And now, what they gained temporarily is cursed with spiritual consequence. They laughed after removing your name. They toasted glasses and said, it's done. But now, one of them is unable to sleep. The spiritual realm is not blind. And when injustice happens to the chosen, rebalancing always follows. You're not forgotten, you're just being removed from contaminated waters. Type Amen to get blessing 1201. There is a lawyer involved who didn't know your full truth. They were given half a story. They were told you gave permission, when you never did. This is the moment you'll start feeling watched. Because now, one of them is scared you'll find out. Their anxiety is rising every time your name is mentioned. Someone tried to forge your words. A signature or consent they faked to make the process complete. But what they don't know is that spiritual contracts override legal lies. Comment, "The truth will find me," if this message has reached the part of your heart that's aching. Because you're being spoken to for a reason. Type Amen to get blessing 1410. What's gone from you physically is still tied to your energy. That space still remembers you. It holds your imprint and knows you were wrongly removed. Even the animals around that place have become restless. Because energy never lies. And when a light is pushed out, shadows begin to dance restlessly. They expected you to beg, to cry or fight in vain. But your silence is divine preparation. Archangel Michael says, your name is still written in the heavens above the land. It's not truly lost. It's only hidden until it is returned in a louder, more miraculous way. Type Amen to get blessing 1666. A neighbor saw what happened but stayed silent. They know you were betrayed. But they're scared of the ones involved. Your name will reappear in places they tried to blot it out. A new document will surface. One that shows your original claim. People who ignored you will now come forward. Because they're starting to feel spiritual backlash. Silence can't protect them anymore. There's a copy of the document somewhere it shouldn't be. A print left behind during the rush. That paper is going to become the key to reversal. You may have been pushed out, but spiritually, you're walking back in stronger. With evidence. With power. With divine backing. Comment, justice will speak, if this has sent chills through your body. Because confirmation is coming quicker than you think. Type Amen to get blessing 1988. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. One of the people who removed you has started falling ill. Their energy is collapsing. Because you cannot win by stealing someone else's destiny. They mocked your absence. But now they're calling others to ask what's happening. Their victory is turning into panic. You were meant to go through this shakeup. Not to break, but to be set up for a better seat. One that cannot be stolen, signed off, or hijacked. They can take your place on paper. But they can never take your favor. That is sealed in divine ink. Type Amen to get blessing 2224. Archangel Michael says, your protection is being activated. Even in the shadows, angels are working. Even when you sleep, the reversal is forming. You are not forgotten. You are not erased. You are hidden until your reveal is undeniable. Type Amen to get blessing 2373. Someone who once laughed at your misfortune will send a quiet apology. They won't say the full truth, but you'll feel their shame. That's how reversal begins. One of the people who signed the deed is now under surveillance. Not by humans, but by angels. Their steps are being watched for every further move they make. You were called out because you carry something they couldn't match. presence, purity, power. Comment, I call it back, if you know you've been wronged. You are being realigned with everything that slipped through your hands. Type Amen to get blessing 2666. A house without your spirit is already falling apart. Doors creak. Lights flicker. Things feel heavy where you once brought peace. This isn't just about property. It's about position. Your authority was tampered with, and now, divine law is being enacted. Someone will visit you soon with papers. Not to take more, but to return something they feared you would ask for. Because guilt is becoming unbearable. Archangel Michael says, you will not fight alone. The heavens are attending your court. Type Amen to get blessing 2899. From this moment forward, things will begin to shift. Slowly at first, like wind before a storm. But then powerfully, like thunder cracking open silence. Someone will be forced to speak your name in a room where you were erased. And when they do, all ears will listen. You will be reintroduced. There is a chain of reaction already set. What they took will lose value in their hands. What you lost will gain strength in yours. Comment, return it multiplied, if your spirit agrees with this unfolding. You are not down. You are being divinely upgraded. Type Amen to get blessing 3111. You were not meant to beg for what is yours. You were meant to be honored. And the time for your honor is approaching. The deed was made, but not in purity. And so it will never prosper. Their signatures were loud. But your silence is louder now, because it's carrying the thunder of justice. Archangel Michael says, what was taken without your knowing will now return publicly, with your name spoken louder than before. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Your energy is beginning to rise again. They thought signing you out would end your purpose. But instead, it's lighting the fire of restoration deep within your destiny. One of the people involved in your removal is now dreaming about you. Every night, your image visits them. That is not by coincidence, it is spiritual consequence. A gate is opening for you now that cannot be shut by human hands. You are being escorted toward something larger than what you lost. The heavens have already replaced what they tried to steal. Comment, I am stepping back in, if your spirit is stirring right now. This message is not random, it's your confirmation. Type Amen to get blessing 3577. A phone call is coming. The voice on the other end will sound unsure. But their heart will be racing, because they know what they did. This call won't explain everything, but it will start to crumble the foundation of the lie. It will trigger the fall of the false structure they built. One truth will break the spell. Even if you don't answer, the shift will still happen. Because they're no longer confident. Their certainty is melting away like wax in divine fire. Your silence is not weakness. It is sacred warfare. Type Amen to get blessing 3660. You will start to receive dreams where you are walking through doors that open without touch. These are visions from the spirit realm. Signs that your access is returning, even if the world doesn't see it yet. Someone is crying now. Not you, but them. They thought it would feel good to remove you. But peace cannot rest on stolen territory. There's a ripple effect forming around them. Deals are falling through. People are pulling back. They don't understand it's because they touched something sacred. Type Amen to get blessing 3888. Someone on the inside is ready to talk. They weren't part of the plan, but they saw what happened. Their conscience is growing louder every day. They will reach out soon, not because they like you, but because they can't carry the silence anymore. Truth is becoming heavier than the fear of exposure. That one person will be used by the divine to unlock what they tried to seal, to reopen what was forcefully shut. Comment, use the witness, if you feel this message aligning with your experience. Type Amen to get blessing 4007. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. From now until the end of this month, you will notice divine hints everywhere. Numbers, names, words, signs from the higher realm that say, we are restoring what is yours. What was done in secret is about to become public. But not in a way that embarrasses you, in a way that elevates you. Your name will rise from ashes into recognition. Archangel Michael says, you are not the same person they plotted against. You are wiser now. Stronger now. Ready now. Let this pain be the soil for your next elevation. Type Amen to get blessing 4222. In the coming days, a knock may come at your door. Don't be afraid. It's not danger, it's divine evidence being delivered in the most unexpected way. A paper. A voice note. A recording. Something that proves everything you couldn't explain before. The same space you were kicked out from will soon be calling you back. But not with arrogance. With apology. Because they are learning, no one replaces the divinely chosen. Type Amen to get blessing 4455. Don't be surprised if people begin to look at you differently. It's not your imagination, it's their realization. They're beginning to sense the covering that was on you all along. You were never just a person to them. You were the source of light they can no longer fake. Their energy is turning cold. The space feels empty. Even laughter feels forced where you once breathed peace. Comment, they miss my presence, if this aligns with what you've been sensing lately. Type Amen to get blessing 4639. A hidden email thread exists. One that exposes the truth in full detail. Names. Actions. Timelines. It's about to come into your hands. Not by accident, but because divine justice always pulls receipts. The ones who thought they were clever forgot one thing: truth has eyes. You will read their words and remember the moments they smiled at you. And then, you'll understand just how deep the betrayal was. But don't cry this time. Smile. Because this time, you win. Type Amen to get blessing 4777. The deed they created is cursed now. No joy will come from it. No peace will sit in its halls. Money gained through betrayal will vanish. Relationships formed on lies will break. The ink they used will now feel like chains around their own necks. Because divine energy cannot be mocked. And every time they speak your name, it will echo with regret. Archangel Michael says, stay grounded. You don't need revenge. You are already rising above their reach. Type Amen to get blessing 4999. They tried to close a chapter, but ended up opening your next one. One they can't control. One they cannot enter. You are about to enter a level of favor that no paper can block. A spiritual elevation that doesn't need validation. The same system that pushed you out is about to call your name again. But this time, you will have the choice. Not out of desperation, but out of power. Comment, "I choose what's right for me," if you're stepping into your strength now. Type Amen to get blessing 5221. There's a meeting happening about you soon. It's not public, but it's intense. And in that meeting, your name will be spoken again. A new opportunity is being discussed. Not to re-enter the old, but to elevate to a new space. One built for your destiny. You will soon be offered something greater than what was stolen. And this time, no hands will touch it but yours. Archangel Michael says, the ones who removed you will now become your witnesses. Watch what unfolds. Type Amen to get blessing 5444. This season will teach you one thing clearly: divine delay is not divine denial. You weren't rejected. You were being redirected. The path is clearing. The noise is ending. The truth is walking toward you now. Stay calm. Stay alert. Keep your heart ready. Because what's coming has your name, written not in ink, but in light. Type Amen to get blessing 577. The moment they finalized the deed against you, they unknowingly signed a spiritual contract of consequence. What they celebrated in private is now haunting them in public. Their laughter is turning to silence, and their confidence is collapsing under the weight of divine justice. A reversal has already been triggered. Heaven has documented every action, every lie, every forged moment. And now, the script is flipping in your favor. You are not returning as the same person they cast out. You are walking back with divine armor. What once broke you is now beneath your feet. Type Amen to get blessing 5990. A prophetic voice will mention your name in a conversation that opens doors you never applied for. A blessing will locate you without effort. The delay you faced has created space for multiplied gain. One of your ancestors is interceding for you. Their spirit is awake and working. That's why you're suddenly feeling surges of strength at odd times. There's a reason your dreams are getting clearer. A reason your senses are sharpening. You are being spiritually upgraded to receive what's rightfully yours. Comment, "I claim my return," if your soul is shouting silently inside right now. Type Amen to get blessing 6111. In the coming days, you will hear something that sounds too good to be true. Don't doubt it. It's not a trap. It's restoration coming dressed in divine timing. The same door that slammed shut on you will open with a sound that shakes those who once stood behind it. And when you step through, they'll know, they couldn't stop what was chosen. You're not going back to the same place. You're going forward to a higher space. A realm where betrayal has no access. Archangel Michael says, stand tall. Because the light surrounding you now is undeniable. Type Amen to get blessing 6262. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. One of the people who removed you will try to act like nothing happened. They'll reach out casually. But your spirit will feel the tremble in their voice. Do not respond with bitterness. Respond with brilliance. Your silence will shake their soul more than any words could. What they did is done, but what is being done for you is just beginning. Divine restoration doesn't just repay, it multiplies. You will not return the same. You will return transformed. Type Amen to get blessing 6444. Every attempt to lock you out has made your key stronger. The door you're about to walk through will not only open for you, it will stay open for those who come after you. You are a trailblazer, not a victim. The land that was taken will no longer bloom under their hands. But under yours, it will flourish again. Because you were always meant to be the one. You were chosen. You were set apart. You were never truly removed, you were temporarily hidden. Comment, I am rising now, if you know the time has come for your re-entry. Type Amen to get blessing 6777. Expect a sudden turn of events. Someone will fall ill or step back from what they stole. It will create an empty space, one only your energy can refill. People who overlooked you will come with questions. Not because they pity you, but because they now see what they were blind to before. You are the missing piece. And now, the puzzle is incomplete without your presence. Archangel Michael says, let them call your name. Let them send the invitation. But this time, you decide if you answer. Type Amen to get blessing 6999. This entire experience was not your ending, it was your elevation in disguise. Your removal was a rerouting to glory. Your silence was an echo in the courts of heaven. You are being seen now. Not as you were, but as you truly are. From today forward, speak with power. Walk with clarity. Decide from strength. Because your name is being reinstated across timelines. Every loss is now returning with spiritual interest. Type Amen to get blessing 7222. They made the deed. But God made the decision. And God's decision is final. You are not out, you are on your way in, higher than before. Let them watch. Let them wonder. Let them witness your restoration. This is not just a return. This is your divine rebirth. Type Amen to get blessing 7444.